Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron. My part 3 video in my friendship series on my channel that I've been doing. So I did a girl talk video about friends, and then I did a girl talk video about the red flags that you need to watch out for in friends. So today is going to be like the more positive version. I'm going to do a green flags to look out for in friendships. We can't always focus on the negative. I think it's important to give attention to people who have these character traits, people who treat you with respect, because sometimes you can meet people and you might pass them up as friends because they don't have a certain whatever, but if they have like all of these things that I'm about to say on my list, you need to keep them as a friend and hold on to them super tight, because it's not super easy making friends these days, because a lot of people have bad intentions, or they're fake, or they're just not good people. So when you find people who are really good people, then I think it's really important to hold on to them. So before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And so again, today I have 10 traits for green flags in friendships, like I did in my other one. Without further ado, let's get into this video. The first green flag in a friendship is obvious, it's kind of self-explanatory, is someone who is kind. So I think that's like, it's like a no-brainer, obviously. Like, who doesn't want a friend who is kind? A friend who has just a really kind spirit and a kind soul. There's not a mean bone in their body. There's not a hateful bone in their body. And just someone who just has like real genuine love to give you. Someone who is just there to support you and have your back and be there for you. Like someone who is kind, just really a kind person, you never have to worry about them talking about you behind their back. You never have to worry about them doing something disrespectful to you. You never have to worry about them, you know, crossing you or turning their back on you, because they're just really sweet and kind. I think that's so important to have in a friend. You don't want a friend who's mean. The second green flag in a friendship is someone who is truthful, someone who is honest. Someone who is honest and not a liar, because so many people these days just be lying about the smallest things, lying about things that they just don't need to lie about. I think having a friend who always keeps it real with you, someone who doesn't sugarcoat anything, someone who doesn't try to be fake and try to give you a facade of something when it's not actually like that, someone who just always is honest with you but still respectful, someone who keeps it real with you, tells you the truth, doesn't lie to you, doesn't try to, you know, BS you, someone who's just honest. I think that's extremely important to have as a friend. You have someone who's just really honest, you know they're always going to keep it real with you, and they're always going to tell you the truth. Even if it might not be something you want to hear, you know that you can always come to them, you can ask them about something, and you can always get their honest opinion, because you know they're not going to lie to you. So they can still break it to you in a way that they know won't hurt your feelings if they know your sensitivity level. Honest, doesn't lie, doesn't try to be fake, always keeps it real with you. That's a really important trait to have in a friend. My third green flag in a friendship, if you watch enough of my videos, you can probably guess what I'm about to say. It starts with an F. A major green flag in a friendship, especially for me, is someone who is funny. Someone who is funny. I know this is not important for everybody, but it's important for me. I can be friends with someone who isn't the funniest person, but if we're talking about like best friends, like really close, you gotta have me cracking up, basically. We gotta have each other cracking up, because I just feel like someone who can make you laugh is just so important in every area of your life. It can be friendships, relationships, any relationship in your life that's close to you, that means a lot to you. I think it's so important for you guys to laugh together. If not, that just sounds like such a boring relationship to me. If you guys don't make each other laugh, that sounds so boring. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I've said it so many times in my other videos. Someone who's just really funny, someone who has a great sense of humor. I love people like that. That's such a green flag to me. If you meet someone who can just super funny, can make you laugh, and they're kind and they're honest, and they have a lot of other good character traits, that's a friend that you want to have. For sure. The fourth green flag in a friendship is someone who is loyal. Me being a Capricorn, loyalty means everything to me. Someone who has your back until the very end, someone who always sticks up for you, who defends you, someone who just is there for you. Like, say for example, say if you're not with them, and say if someone is trying to like talk mess about you behind your back to them for whatever reason, and they shut it down immediately, like, no, you're not gonna talk about them, that's my friend, you don't know them like that, do not talk about them. Someone who defends you and sticks up for you even when you're not around, that's a friend. That's loyalty to me. If you're my friend, I would never let somebody disrespect you, whether you're with me or not. I expect that same energy in return. Never let somebody try to talk bad about you behind your back in my presence. I would never let that happen. I would shut it down immediately, and I don't care who it is. Like, we're super close. I'm extremely loyal, so I expect extreme loyalty in return. The fifth green flag in a friendship is common interest. So I kind of said a little bit about this one in the reverse in my red flag video. Common interest is really, really, really big in a friendship, in my opinion. It's a person where you like to do the same things, and you like to talk about the same things. And again, it doesn't have to be the exact same things. You guys don't have to be Siamese twins. It doesn't need to be identical. Like, we like to do every single thing, and like we like to talk about every single thing that that person likes to talk about. It doesn't need to be exactly the same. It can be too different. Like, say, for example, say if you're a person who is really, really big on sports, you really love playing sports, you love to watch sports, you love to talk about sports, and you're a girl. And say if you're friends with someone like me who doesn't care about sports at all, doesn't like any sports, doesn't like to watch a sport, you can pay me to go to a sporting event because I just do not care. Maybe you can pay me, but I wouldn't want to go on my own. If you ask me to go, I'll be like, ugh, I don't want to do that. So that would be an example of us not having common interest because you're really big on sports and I'm the opposite. I'm not big on sports. I couldn't care less about sports. Me being friends with someone like that, it probably wouldn't work out because we just wouldn't have any common interests. We wouldn't like to talk about the same things. We wouldn't like to do the same things. We don't like to recreate in the same way. You like to go to sporting events and I like to go shopping. And so if you try to take me to a sporting event with you, I'm gonna be bored the entire time. Or if I try to take you shopping with me, you're just gonna be following me around the store the whole time, waiting until it's time to go because you're bored. So like, that's an example of like having really different interests. You hate shopping, you can't stand being at the mall, and that's what I love. Like, being at the mall is like my happy place. So if you feel like that, our friendship's probably gonna suffer a little bit because again, we don't have common interests. So I think common interest is very important, very, very important, and really just recreating in similar ways. The sixth green flag in a friendship is someone who is thoughtful, someone who is just very generous, a friend who would do anything for you and always thinking of ways of how they can help you and how they can make your life easier, and vice versa, of course. That's really a friendship character trait that I just now recently realized because I just made a new friend and she's the most thoughtful person I've ever met in my entire life. She's so thoughtful, she's so generous and so caring. It's having a friend who's just always thinking about you, who really cares about your needs and cares about your comfort, someone who cares about how you feel. That's thoughtful. You always want a friend like that, someone who's just thoughtful, someone who wants to see how you're doing, and someone who wants to make sure that you're okay. And if you're not okay, they will try to help you. They want to see you happy. I think that's a major green flag in a friendship. My seventh green flag in a friendship is someone who is just fun. I think that's so important. Someone who you just genuinely, truly, and honestly enjoy hanging out with them. And it's always just so much fun whenever you guys are together. That's the friend you need. Someone who's just fun. Like I said in my other video, if you can spend the entire day together and just truly enjoy hanging out with them and you just have the best time, you have so much fun with them, that's a friend. That's a friend that you want to keep. Someone who's just very, very fun. And they don't have to be loud and crazy all over the place. Fun can come in different packages. The eighth green flag in a friendship, someone who you can talk to them about anything. Nothing is off limits to talk about, and you just feel absolutely comfortable to talk about whatever because you know they're not going to judge you and you know they're not going to look at you differently after you tell them. You can tell them anything in the world. You can talk about anything in the world. You know it's going to stay between the two of you. That's so important. And whatever you guys say to each other, it stays between you guys if it's personal. I feel like if you have a friend who you feel like you got to hold back or feel like you can't talk about certain things, that's not good. Someone who can just tell anything in the world, talk about anything, whether it's something small, whether it's something big, it doesn't matter. You can talk about it all and you feel comfortable telling them, and you feel comfortable talking about it with them. That's definitely a green flag. The ninth green flag in a friendship is trust. That's like a huge one. I think that one's kind of a no-brainer too. That's pretty obvious. If you have a friend and you don't trust them, why are you guys friends? They're never going to turn their back on you or deceive you. Someone who is just very trustworthy, you can tell them any secret and you know they're not going to tell anybody else. You can show who you truly are at your core, your real and honest and true personality. You can reveal that to them. Your shadow side, you can reveal your shadow side to them and they're still going to love you, still going to be there for you, and they're still going to be your friend. I think that one's self-explanatory too. Someone you just trust with your life, trust completely, you trust them 100%, that's a friend. And it takes time to get to that point. If you just met them to trust someone 100%. But if you can get to that point, that's definitely a really, really good friend. Okay, my last and final green flag in a friendship, number 10, is someone who feels like family. This is very important to me, especially if we're talking about close friends. Someone who, like, they're not even a friend at that point. They feel more like a sister to you, or they feel more like a brother. Someone who feels more like family than they do just a friend. Someone who you love just as much as your brother or your sister. Someone who you just feel very bonded to and very connected to mentally and emotionally, spiritually. Like, that might not be important for everybody, but that's important for me. You gotta feel like family. If we're gonna be like close friends, you gotta feel like my sister. And then a brother, because I already have a brother and I don't really do guy friends. Really, I feel like you're like a sister to me, then I like really like care about you and I really love you, and you mean like the world to me, and I would do anything for you. You feel very, very close to them, and you know that you're gonna be friends for a very, very long time because you guys just get along so well and you fit so well together, and the person has all the other traits that I listed in this video. So that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave down below your other green flags and friendships that I'm sure I didn't say, because I'm sure there's so many other ones I didn't say. So leave your other green flags for friendships down below in the comments. Don't forget to leave video suggestions down in the comments. It could be girl talk videos, advice videos, commentary videos, or Q&As. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video and turn on my post notifications. And I love you so much if you made it to the end of this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.